What's up, folks? Here in the gym, hitting a legendary chest day with Aydian Dowling.
What's good?
And before we start, I have two surprises for you.
Oh, okay.
First up, peep the Snoopy.
Hey.
Surprise number one is the trans rights heavy metal sticker from my merch store. Skeleton turn up.
Thank you.
And then second, it's a pre-workout. Because
Oh,
you got up at 7
sweet.
a.m. to come work out with me.
Nice.
So. And shaker bottle just in case.
Hey.
So we're prepared.
Yes. Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay, the upgrade. Very thrashy. Hey.
That's pretty sick.
That is sick.
Awesome. All right, now jumping into the workout with a little voiceover because the music in the gym was absolutely blaring. There was no way I was going to be able to keep all that audio. As you might have heard in the intro, I had to put some filters on there just to try to tone down the background music a little bit, and it just didn't sound great. So starting off with an incline bench, as you can see, this is our warm-up set. Doing this for quite a few reps just to get the motion down. This is actually my first real chest day since top surgery. I'm about 2 months out at the time of this workout, so I can't actually do full range of motion with things like flies, so we decided to switch it into a push day, hitting chest, shoulders, and triceps. And the incline bench is probably my favorite compound movement to start off a push day because I feel like it hits all of those complementary muscles really well. So that's what we're doing here. We're both doing our warm-up set and then switching weight up to 25 pounds on each side. That's 95 pounds. And what we're going to do here is actually pyramid the weight up. So we start pretty light and we're going to be working our way up. And this is actually counting as our first working set. So I'm doing 4 sets of 5. Aydian is doing, I think he's repping out like 10 or 12 reps of these. And here you can see I'm putting on my wrist wraps. As you may know, I was out of the gym for about just over a year with double tendinosis. I had tendinosis in both of my wrists, and that took me out of, basically everything. So right now my wrists are currently a weak spot, but the wraps definitely help. And I got to take those a little bit easy. Got to take my chest a little bit easy. It's kind of frustrating feeling so much weaker than I once was, but just taking it slow, taking it easy, working my way back up. Now we have 35 on the bar, which is pretty awesome that this gym has 35s. I think this is the first gym I've ever worked out with that has 35s, which makes climbing up, increasing the weight incrementally, it makes that a lot easier. And I really appreciate that because historically I tend to just want to jump straight from 95 to 135 when I'm increasing my weight. And now I don't have to do that. So that's nice. And another reason that I've switched over to the incline bench from the flat bench as like my main staple compound movement for chest, triceps, and shoulders is because you get a lot more bang for your buck with the incline bench. Even though you can't lift as heavy, you are actually targeting the lower and middle chest just as much as a flat bench, but targeting the upper chest even more as well as the shoulders. So I think it is great, and having to go down on the weight, isn't such a bad thing for me because of my chest and my wrists. So I'm really digging the incline bench right now. And looking at this clip, I'm just going to brag a little bit here. I'm really happy with my leg development. That's kind of one of the byproducts of not being able to use my upper body much over the last couple years with the wrist problem. I was doing a lot of hiking. My gym days were leg days, and I feel like my calves have grown a lot. I'm feeling thick of calf and quad these days, and I'm really happy with that. So this is the top set, 135. I'm going for 5, which is what I was previously doing, but I think that I only get 4 and needed a bit of help on the last one. No, I think I did get that, but not quite as strong as I once was. But it's nice, working out with Aydian, I get to push myself and I get to keep that high intensity, which is something that I've been focusing a lot more on with my recent split. As more research and stuff has come out that shows intensity is really the main factor, frequency and intensity over volume. So I have cut down my volume in the gym quite a bit. My workouts stay 45 minutes to an hour, maybe an hour and 20 tops you know, if I'm doing a little bit of cardio or something in there too. But cutting down my volume and just focusing on really pushing those sets and making them count, I think has helped a lot. And I feel like I've gotten a lot of progress doing that. And I can do that very easily with Aydian as a workout partner because, you know, I don't really worry about if I'm going to drop the weight on my face and die. So that's nice. Oh, and then we cut down. So we pyramid up and then drop it all the way back down to our first weight, which was 95, and then rep that out. Instead of 5, I think I'm going for 10 here. So I'm going for 10 and I think I get 8 out, which is nice. It's kind of like a nice little burnout at the very end there, since I took myself pretty much to failure with the last set. And one thing, if you're struggling on any kind of bench or incline bench to try to get that weight up, planting your feet and using your legs to drive that weight up for that extra power is a cue that is extremely helpful. When you get gas to that last little bit, you need to push it. I mean, you should be doing that every time, but I feel like sometimes that is the difference. If you just go up there kind of limp and trying to push the weight up, you're not going to get as much done as you could if you're focusing on your form and driving through those contact points. So that is it for the incline bench. Then we move on to a chest press machine. Now, normally what I would be doing on a push day, as I said, I've dropped my volume down a bit. I wouldn't be doing multiple like compound movements like this. I wouldn't probably follow up immediately with a press, but since I can't do flies, which would kind of be the formula of like start with my big compound that would hit chest, shoulders, and triceps, and then follow up with isolation for chest, shoulders, and triceps. I can't do that. So we're doing this. And this is a fun one. I like this machine a lot. It's a pretty similar path to if you were doing a flat bench, but you're just sitting upright, but the angle isn't as inclined as like doing a full incline. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's nice. I like to do these unilaterally. I feel like I can focus more on, you know, each side, and I like that. Aydian's doing these both at the same time, which is great for reducing the rest between. So if you're doing your left side, then your right side gets to rest while you're doing that, you know? So it's actually pushing it a bit more, causing more of that fatigue in the muscles. So that's great too. Either way you do it is going to serve a purpose. Then we hopped over to these back-to-back benches, which I thought was such a cool shot. I'm doing some close grip bench press and Aydian is warming up for a regular bench press. I love these for my triceps. This is like a perfect tricep warm-up if you have any kind of like tendonitis in your elbow or anything, or if you have like some weird popping. Oh, we go for a predator handshake here, but it was not caught on camera. But yes, the close grip bench, even though it primarily focuses on the triceps, it's still a compound. It's still using your chest and your shoulders as well. And so for me, I feel like this is a really great warm up before a tricep isolation. Sometimes I'll do this if I'm a bit cold, if I am doing something pretty heavy like skull crushers, which is going to be our main tricep isolation in this workout. So love the close grip bench. Absolutely recommend this. It's a great follow-up from like a heavy compound as well. That's what I did. Aydian's doing some regular flat bench. What is that? 155. Pretty impressive since we just did 2 other pressing movements, and I'm there spotting him, cheering him on. I like to clap a lot in the gym. He commented on that. You'll see I'm like clapping for him after he gets done. He's like, yeah, I like how you clap. I don't know why I do that. I just, you know, I think it helps. I think clapping boosts testosterone. I think it's very anabolic. Here he is, getting the bench, and then we switch over to an overhead press. So this is going to be a shoulder isolation. Love these. They just feel good. There's just something about this that makes you feel strong. Feels like, oh, I'm lifting this up over my head. Boom. You know, even though, as you'll see, I'm not incredibly strong on these coming back, I think that going so long without being able to lift my arms to even shoulder height, like, just totally screwed my shoulder mobility, my shoulder strength. It's a bit tough coming back, like trying to do a shoulder movement after being forbidden from using your shoulders at all. So I guess I'm just kind of taking all of these to failure because I'm not really expecting to not be able to finish these. Again, hit failure on 65 pounds, drop it back down to just the bar for 45 to rep out a few more. And this, well, I think we're doing 3 sets of going for 10. I think I took all of those to failure, but it's nice. It's nice getting to, like I said, keep that intensity really high. And then here we are with our skull crushers. Love me some skull crushers, but these can, you know, feel a little weird, especially with the elbows and the tendons. You can get some popping, some twanging, some stuff going on that isn't always fun, but that's why I really like the close grip bench for a warm-up for this. Love skull crushers, and I think we're doing 3 or 4 sets at 10. Oh, and then I like to finish up with these little presses because it's like doing another close grip bench. Obviously, I could do that a lot heavier than I can do skull crushers, so repping out a few of those at the very end of my skull crusher sets lets me take that further without risking taking skull crushers all the way to failure, which might, you know, literally crush my skull. And then we finish up here with some lateral and front raises. Aydian did those sitting. I did a standing variation to take the focus less off of my traps and my rear delts because I hit those with back. And this is an awesome like shoulder burnout that I love to put at the end of a push day or include in an upper body day. Love me some lateral raises. I'm trying to build up those boulder shoulders. So hope you guys enjoyed it. That is the legendary chest/push day that I hit with Aydian Dowling in the gym. It was pretty cool. Aydian, you know, was coming through my city and hit me up and we got to work out together. That was pretty awesome. Go check him out. Go check out his stuff. And if you'd like to see more of this style of workout video where instead of doing an edit, I kind of slow down and take you through the whole thing with a voiceover, let me know. Boom.
Done. Boom.
Smashed it.
Yeah.
I mean, that was like my first real...
Oh, yeah?
Kind of, I mean, I've been like toying around with it probably a little sooner than I should have, but now I feel like I am fully able to work out. I'm glad I got to do my first one with you.
Yeah, well, it's hard not to like get right into it right away because you're just all excited and then all of a sudden you're like, this hurts. So like, I'm happy you took it easy. Take it slow. Take care of yourself.
Thanks. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Aydian, for being here and working out with me.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Absolutely.